Hey, it's Grady at Twin Creek Audio. In the studio today I'm going to have Heath Rogers from Circular Corners and Homespun Centaurs joining us so we can test out the Amiga 500 and use some of the music software that was available for this machine. The Amiga was a really advanced machine when it came out in the 80s, and originally the Amiga 1000 came out in 1985, and the Amiga 500, like we have here, came out in 1987. These machines were capable of 4,096 colors back when PCs were lucky to have 16 colors, and this had stereo sound built into the Amiga. You did not have to buy a separate sound card for this, like a Sound Blaster or something like you would have for PCs back then. And I believe this has 12-bit sound. It has 4 voices, and 2 of the voices are always on the left side and 2 are on the right side, so it's kind of a unique stereo instrument. So anyway, Heath is going to join me and we're going to test this thing out, try out a few different Amiga sound programs that were available for this, and see what it sounds like. Okay, here's the Amiga up close. It has a Super RAM 500RX RAM expansion module that gives it 4 megs more of RAM as it's currently configured. It also has the 512K memory expansion in the belly of it. And here is the floppy emulator. Let's go ahead and turn the Amiga on. Here's Heath Rogers joining us to test out the awesome Amiga 500 with some sound programs. Right now we've got loaded up Aegis Sonics 2 for Amiga, which both of us really think this thing sounds great, and it's really cool because you can draw the waveform on the screen. You just click the mouse button and draw something.
I didn't do anything. Let's try down here.
Click the buttons down there for
LFO. Not to be confused with ELO.
Click OK.
Oh, you gotta click OK. Now it's gonna be completely messed up. No, not so bad. Oh yeah, there's a little bit of a different oscillation there in there.
You can change the sliders just clicking, like where it says frequency, amplitude, wave. It's got a lot of different things you can change.
Ooh, that's drastic. Let's give that like a subtle one. Or not so subtle. Okay. Filter. That's cool.
Yeah. That's really... For these tests, I have the stereo RCA outputs on the Amiga running through this RCA cable and over to the HRK C2584 500 series module. This has 2 pair of color modules in it. It has the HRK DOPA opamp and the HRK Transformer Line Driver color modules in it. Those are accessed on the little switches there. These first 2 sounds I'm going to do with everything off, And on the last one, I'm going to show you all three. The outputs of the HRK C2584 are going to the tape send on track 13 and 14. Those go directly over to the Echo Audio Fire 12 inputs. There's nothing else except for the HRK C2584 in between the Amiga and the recording unit. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm not going to film myself playing this. I'm going to get you to play it. Okay, we're going to load up a sound called Dreamy 1 for the first sound demo. There we go. Now I'm going to load another instrument off of the Sonics disc. This one's called Star Synth. For this third sound, we're going to load Echo 1 from the Sonics disc. Now we're going to test something called Sonic Drum Kit, which was like a shareware or freeware program. See if this works. Ah, the drive is accessing still.
There's something.
And there it is, Sonic Drum Kit. This is the main screen of Sonic Drum Kit for the Amiga. I'm going to have Heath program us some beats.
Fresh beats.
And we can run those through the color module. Since this is drums and we already did the comparison, I'm going to leave all the color modules on the DOPA preamp, and the Transformer Line Driver. I said Lime Driver, not Line Driver. Okay, Heath is going to program us a drum beat from some of these cool sounds on Sonic Drum Kit.
It's definitely going to be in there.
So I'm going to film him while he's trying to create a beat.
Is that a tennis racket? Okay.
The way it works is you click the instrument you want from that top row, and then you've got 4 tracks. And to change which instrument you want, you got to click the icon at the top again, and then you can left click to place the beat, and right click to remove it.
I can put this anywhere I want. Okay.
Right.
All right.
You just have 4 separate tracks to put it on.
See what this sounds like. Okay. Okay, stop. It won't stop. Yeah.
Now we're going to try Music Mouse. Just double click the folder there on the desktop.
A lot of studios are still using Pro Tools, but we've moved on to Music Mouse for our production, so we're going to give you a little peek into that.
And then the program's the big button down there,
yeah.
Music Mouse.
I'm not used to this new technology here. Do I double click it? Or
Yep.
drag it?
It's got the Z's, that means it's busy thinking, and you can see the hard drive light, or actually that's the floppy drive light is accessing. There's Music Mouse. Just click OK.
Wow. Whew. You can tell Grady has a degree in audio engineering.
That's true, I do.
Knowledge of Music Mouse.
And it's loading sound,
Whoa.
piano.
Oh, I remember this one. This one's crazy. Anybody familiar with Rachmaninoff?
Yeah, Music Mouse actually has a lot of different options. If you right click, you can see that there are a lot of different options. Arpeggiate, play lines, improvise. You can change, add patterns, all kinds of things. We're basically just checking today to see what the sounds are like, going through these color modules, like adding a little bit of vintage studio color to the Amiga built-in sound. Okay, now we're trying to load a different sound.
I guess, does this fader work?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how to make it work.
Ooh, it has Calliope.
It's probably pretty good. What do I do? Just click on it? Oh, I click load?
Mm-hmm, I think so.
Pull
Click
it to
that and
next
click
one?
load.
No.
We're trying to decide some other 4 voices to use to test Music Mouse right now. Heath likes the dad sample, so we're going to use that, and then what with that pan flute?
I like pan flute. Or percussion.
We could try percussion or marimba or something too, it doesn't matter.
Load, save.
Okay, so dad, dad, dad. I'm gonna test this dynamic drums since I'm the drummer for Circular Corners and things like that. Can you see me on the screen there? Ah.
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And here's my drum set for the day. Dynamic drums running on the Amiga 500. Hi everybody. Hey everybody. Well, we had fun showing you some of the music programs on the Amiga today. There's a lot more. I'll have to load some more on a USB stick. If you liked any of that and want to see us do some more demos with the Amiga in the future, like this video, leave a comment. If you know of any software for the Amiga that's cool for music and might be useful to us in the year 2019, leave a comment. What else? The Amiga's kind of old, but it sounds really cool. I think that sonic synth is really cool. It sounds like an actual 70s
But we
vintage.
discovered some other really cool programs today too.
Music Mouse is really fun.
That was, yeah, actually you could do some good stuff with that.
It's pretty interesting. But anyway,
Powerful machine for back in the day, and still a powerful machine.
it is. It still works, believe it or not. I've had this thing apart probably at least 15 times since I've owned it, and it's still alive and kicking.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the Amiga demonstration and us messing with this Amiga that I just put the GoTech floppy drive emulator in, so it would be even more useful for us. And that was fun.
That was fun.
So we hope you have an excellent day, evening, night, weekend,
Minute,
second. Basically, we just want you to have a really enjoyable time, whatever time and day it is. And you take care, and we'll see you soon back in the studio at Twin Creek Audio.